Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Colonial Downs here on Friday, it's the 18th of August 2023. Gonna look at the sixth race from Colonial, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean around the world. Let's look at the sixth from Colonial, which is a starter allowance race, purse $80,000, race for 3-year-olds and upwards, never start for a claim price $25,000 or less in 2022 or 2023. We have a field of 8 horses going to the outer turf course, the distance of ground of 2,000 meters, or the Arlington Million trip of a mile and a quarter on the Colonial turf course. 2,000 meters, a mile and a quarter. And last week they actually lowered the track record to 158 flat, which is quite impressive set piece. My top selection, I'm going to go with the 6-horse Tiberius Mercius. I'm going to go 6-5-4-1 in the superfecta. 6-5-4-1 super, top selection, 6-horse Tiberius Mercius. 7-year-old horse by the factor here. Mike Maker trains. Antonio Gallardo gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came in the Texas Turf Classic Handicap at Lone Star, mile and eighth on the 24th of June, and the horse finished 6 by 10.5 lengths that day. He stalked a very quick pace, which I just don't think was to his liking. He never had the turn of foot late, and he just never really showed up. Maybe the very warm weather got to him. Refreshing here, a little lesser quality of horses in the starter lounge race. Loves a mile and a quarter. I think this horse go a long way and win here today. Two back, the horse ran at Churchill, mile and the 8th on the 11th of May, an optional 100 claimer, and he won by a nose that day. He was a little bit wide, he stalked, it took him a little bit of time to get going, but he edged it out. 94 buyer, the old man could still run there, and then a lounge race at Keeneland going mile 16th in mid-April. He finished third by 2.5 lengths that day. He just kind of stalked, and he couldn't keep up with the slightly better horses on the occasion. But before the last race going a mile and a quarter Turfway, an optional 40, he won by 1/4 lengths, and basically in the front and all throughout, he really put on a show. An 86 buyer, it wasn't so strong in the buyer department, but he really ran strongly there. And then Turfway, prior to that, a mile and a quarter, option 40, he finished second by a neck. He got caught by Verstappen, who freaked that day, but this horse, he ran his heart out that day. And then mile and eighth in January, an option 25 at Turfway, he finished fourth by 1/4 lengths that day. And just a little bit too fast to that half mile that day. But when he goes a mile and a quarter, he likes it. He could stalk, which I think is good here. I know he's even money, but he's a very likely winner. I think the 5-horse Beer here is your second likeliest winner. Most recently, a few weeks ago, Monmouth going mile 16th in Law and optional 50. He finished third by 2 3/4 lengths that day, and he sat back early. He was closing up well late. He needs something more, but again, not the world's worst race for him there. And then a mile and eighth and claiming 25,000 at Belmont on the inner. He finished third by a half length. He didn't get out of the gate so clearly. He was behind the A-ball, but he closed into a very slow pace late. I thought that was a good race there. Keep in mind, second place finisher Lamb Biscuit was next out winner. Going to longer trip, which I think he's been calling out for. If there's a horse that could catch Tiberius Mercius, I think it could be him. Let's use him in the late pick 4 that begins with this race. But to recap my selections for the 6 from Colonial, let's take the 6-horse Tiberius Mercius. Give kudos to the 5-horse B here. 6-5-4-1 super. 6-5 in your multi-race. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.